This is the story of Narcissus. Once upon a time in a digital world, there was a young man named Narcissus. He had a pretty normal life. He had a good job, a dog, a car, and he only masturbated once a day. Hey, I'm not judging. But there was one alarming trait about Narcissus. He was dazzlingly beautiful and built like a real, honest-to-goodness, let's say, locomotive, like Superman. Narcissus was so handsome, even hotter than Jude Law before he was caught messing around with his babysitter. You know, Jude in his talented Mr. Ripley phase. The funny thing is that Narcissus didn't realize he was so comely. He didn't understand why, when he worked out at the gym, all of the women and some of the men would trip over the equipment or stare at him while he was doing squats and lifts and zumba, especially when he was doing zumba. At work, where he sold kitchen supplies at Pottery Barn, he constantly got promoted because customers would buy anything he sold. MILFs and brides-to-be alike flocked to his aisle to sample his hardware. I mean, flatware. The other salespeople were quite jealous. They were constantly muttering something about chopping popcorn. Narcissus felt bad, so he bought everyone popcorn tins for Christmas that year. Anyway, life continued in this strange way until one day Narcissus's equally hot girlfriend, Echo, got him a selfie stick. At first, Narcissus could not figure out what it was. But once Echo mounted his cell phone on it and showed him what to do, Narcissus became obsessed with his selfie stick. Like, even more than a mainland Chinese tourist in Disneyland. I said mainland, not Taiwanese. He would take his selfie stick and he would take pictures in the morning eating breakfast, on the train, going to the bathroom. He just could not stop taking selfies and posting them on Instagram, Snapchat, and even Grindr, just to increase his Instagram followers, you know? So for those of you who know the original Greek myth, this story does not end well. But here at Fairytale Friday, you just never know. Where were we? Right. Narcissus was a selfie-consumed hot mess. This went on for like 2 months until Echo, being the smart one in the relationship, activated the ugly man filter on his camera app, and that ended that. By the way, girls, speaking of filters, don't use the doggy filter on dating sites. It's so tacky, like guys posing with sedated tigers. Anyway, back to our story. After that incident, Narcissus and Echo discovered the website House and decided to get married and remodel an old Victorian in Austin together. Tune in next week to hear the story of the Norse god Loki and the Hearser Rush.
At the cabaret, Jessica got to flaunt her bad self and totally work it. By the end of the night, she had the place wrapped around her little finger. Big shots and celebrities were constantly trying to woo her, like the time Bieber asked her out.